Okay.
Ready?
You like one cribs?
Okay.
I don't have a bottle of Cristal.
Am I saying your first name right? Farhan?
Farhan.
Farhan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're at this incredible place. This is what I imagine a haunted house to look like. And this is the occupant, Farhan. And he's going to take us into this comic book room. And if you can explain some of it, follow me this way.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Well, one of my biggest passions since I was a little kid has always been my comic book characters or my cartoon characters. So, I mean, everything from Ninja Turtles to actually my wife is big. Well, my fiance, she's very big on Lion King. Well, that's the only thing. As far as Disney goes, Lion King is her passion, so she got her own little section right there. And then, of course, we got like He-Man, Master of the Universe. It's a very big classic of everybody. My passion was always Wolverine. I have him tattooed on my arm. He is the best there is at what he does, and I always took that slogan and ran with it my whole life to be the best there is at what I do. And that's just part of what I put into this house is, you know, the best work I can to like just let my passion soar. Of course, this room was originally built later on after the house was built. This room was an extension when one of the owners here had a daughter, and it was the baby's room, but eventually she got sick with something, and they had to quarantine her in the outhouse outside, which is still there today.
And this house was built when?
The 1850s or 1860s.
Okay,
yeah.
1850s?
Yeah, I think it's 1850s.
Now, we're going to do an investigation tonight in your home.
Okay.
And you were saying that was possibly 3 bodies in the backyard?
Yeah, we were told by some folks walking by. They saw me doing some work outside, and they asked if this is your house. And I said, yes, this is my house. And they said, do you know you have 3 bodies in the backyard? And I said, I was told there was one, which was a little girl, and they planted a tree for her. And that tree is still there. It's a protected tree. We can't even trim it. We have to hire someone professionally to trim it and get it approved first by the city. And they said one of the other happenings there could have been the doctor, and one was like a love affair that went very bad. So that's what's presumed to be in the backyard.
Wow. Can you step outside and tell us about your living room? This living room is so incredible.
Well, the whole living room, like another big thing of mine has always been the medieval era. Like it always fascinated me with like the ships, the knights. You know, it was all sword fighting, all before guns were around. Of course, it was already cannons, which was, you know, wood gunpowder. But yeah, medieval knights, kings, queens, and then also like the Spaniards. Those are all big for me. Ships. And I tried to kind of create this like a room, like a chamber that would be in a castle, with the paintings, with the plaques, the swords. They had lamps just like that. In fact, this chandelier, this little lamp chandelier up here, I had to order that in France, and then it used to belong to an estate, like an old chateau in France, and then they shipped it over to me. But it was converted into electric later, even though it wasn't always electric.
Awesome. How about the cabinets? The cabinets in the living room?
The cabinets, yeah, those were actually brought here by someone who owned an antique store in Sacramento, and they brought these from Spain.
Oh, okay.
And the tapestries are also from France. The corbels on the wall are also 1800s France. And I'm very big on clocks as well. I like to, even if they're broken, I like to preserve. Fix them and then preserve them as best as I can to these old clocks. Like a lot of them from France, Germany, England.
And you get these pieces sent over to you?
Sometimes I'll get it on eBay, and sometimes I'll just find it at an antique store. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, eBay antique stores. That's usually where I get them.
Wow.
So yeah, everything's from different places.
And Farhan, can you talk about some of the activity in your home?
Some of the activity is like during the winter time. We always hear a little girl singing. She's not no words, you know. She's just humming, and it sounds very pretty. Whenever we hear it, it's nothing that would like scare us. It's just very pretty humming, and it's usually in this area, like in the room with all the toys, or it's in the guest bedroom. What we made to the guest bedroom, and then.
Have you ever recognized any of the music that she's singing?
No, none of it. It's like humming. It's almost like opera, you know, just very pretty opera singing. Not like a child attempting opera. You know, it's just very.
Sounds like a little girl.
Yeah, it sounds like a little girl. And it's very, very nice. And then I've had relatives come here with their children, and actually one of our friends, her daughter, was in this living room. And she was talking and playing with somebody, and I mean, she was just having the time of her life. And we asked who she's talking to, and she said the little girl who was just here. And that's when we totally believed, yeah, there's the little girl. And then
how old was the little girl that passed away? That's supposedly in the backyard.
That I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, she had to be really young. The girl that came to. That was here that saw her and played with her was about, I think, 8 years old, 9 years old at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So she could really communicate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we have a big team, huh? Golly. Okay, I see you're an Underworld fan, too.
Big Underworld fan.
Take a look at this over here, Big O.
It's even better now that Kate Beckinsale came back.
Yeah. Not so much on the vampires, but the werewolf side, I've always been a fan of.
So you like the not the vampires?
Not the vampires. I've always been for the werewolves, even since I was
The
a kid.
lichens.
Yeah, the lichens. I even have a full piece on my back tattooed of a lichen that I drew, and it was my first tattoo. So.
Hey, Jenna. Oh, very cool. Okay, so you hear the humming, the singing noises coming from this area,
Yeah.
and it's usually during the winter time, right?
Usually during the winter time, and then I know last summer, there was an apparition I saw. It was dark, but it was like of a pregnant woman walking by while I was in bed, and I knew she looked pregnant because she looked like she had a very skinny figure, but her belly was just out, like I was carrying a child. And I got a good lock on her going by, and I was actually in this room, and she was walking into the bathroom area, and just that's it.
Have you seen her more than one time?
No, just that one time.
Huh. I was talking to a medium. Where was she from? Pennsylvania or something like that. And she was reading that, I'm coming down here tonight to do the investigation, and she said that she felt the little girl was being held back from going into the light by a male entity. Have you ever felt the presence of a male entity?
I have not, but some people have. That I had a girlfriend a couple years ago, and she was living here with me, and she would spend a lot of time on the computer here in this living room, and there was a night where she got really scared because her computer shut off, and she heard laughing here in this living room. She heard a male laughing. And she said it sounded a little bit sadistic, but that's what scared her, and she just could not sleep easy after that here for a while. So,
Wow.
but that was the only thing male. And then I have a friend who he does a lot of tarot reading. He lives in Florida though. When he came here, he said there's an old man here that actually does not like him being here, But he said that. When he was sleeping, when he slept the night here, the old man was saying stuff in his ear to try to get him to leave, and he said it was a lot of mean stuff. But he didn't leave. He just kind of just stayed. But he said the old man wasn't friendly towards him. And I asked, what does he feel towards us? And he said he doesn't even acknowledge us.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
I can't explain
And
that.
your backyard is pretty big, right?
Yeah, pretty big.
Okay, can we step out in the backyard? Because
Yes.
most of us are going to be in the backyard because there's possibly 3 bodies back there. So we're going to try to really work the backyard and then have a few investigators in the house at a time. So Can we?
Yes,
Go ahead,
absolutely.
take a look at
There's
that.
there's actually a trench dug up because we're replacing the sewer line. That's actually